Hey, Nicole. Hold on a sec. I can't. Oh, are you muted?
Hey.
Okay, perfect. How's it going?
Good.
Yeah, I'm doing really good.
All right, looks like it's recording anyway, so that's good. I was supposed to be logged in as Raina, but I think, I don't know what's going on, as long as it's recording. We'll get started in just a second. We're waiting for Josh to see the link to join us, so as soon as he joins, we'll get started. Thanks for hopping on, guys.
Hey, Sam.
Yeah.
It's Kari. Did you do you follow Jamie Fitzpatrick?
No.
He posted today about a UK Zoom call for his UK potentials, and I was like, what a freaking good idea. Start getting them on Zoom.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously we'd have to talk to Raina, but I think if, towards the end of July, if we have some potentials, we could get them on a Zoom and be like, what up, guys? Just so they could see us and start feeling that team vibe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we could do a couple, some for challenge groups and just if they're put prospect challengers, and then others who want to join a team to get started. I have people that are already so eager. I feel like they would love to meet us and hop on.
Oh my gosh, that would be awesome. Are those people that you found on Instagram?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Today I went and looked up London's best restaurant and London's gym and stuff, and just started adding a ton of people and started following a ton of people on Instagram today because I'm like, I am going to get in on that business.
Yeah, that's awesome. I actually did a whole training for Just Fit Vibes Tribe on it, but I'm going to go live in the Luxe and share little tips like that. But Instagram, I think, is going to be the biggest place we're going to find them for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Well, hopefully Josh sees the link soon.
Oh, there he is. Hey, Josh.
Hey.
Awesome. All right, let me make sure everyone is muted. It's recording. And then we will go ahead and get started. Awesome. All right, you guys. So I feel like our guest speaker tonight doesn't even really need an introduction. You know him one way or another. Maybe you've joined his Art of Recruiting course, or he's done the Health Bet for your business. But our guest speaker, if you don't know, is Josh Coates. He is part of the John Maxwell team. He mentors, I don't know the exact number, but the majority of the top 10 coaches in Beachbody. And he's a push coach. He's amazing at motivating us to keep pushing, to keep striving for bigger goals. And tonight he's going to talk to us about building momentum, some stuff about the UK launch, and a lot more. So take it away, Josh.
Oh, hey, thank you, Samantha. I appreciate it so much. Thank you for having me on the call. I like it when you say he needs no introduction, because that means we're all friends and we can just hang out. And honestly, I kind of hate my introduction because it makes me sound like a big freaking douche, and I'm not a huge fan. When people ask for my bio, I'm like, okay, I'll send it to you because I get it. It's got to be that awkward introduction where you give all my freaking credentials and I feel really weird, and I hate it. So I'm glad I get to hang out with friends tonight. I'm glad I get to hang out with family tonight. Thank you for having me. Most of you know me. If you don't know me, that's cool. You'll get to know me over the next 30 minutes. I only have about 30 minutes tonight because I have a webinar that I'm hosting at 8 o'clock my time, so 1 hour. It's my big, huge webinar. So if you guys want to hang out with me after this, if you're not tired of listening to me talk, you can come hang out with me on my webinar. I'll be giving away cash prizes. I'll be giving away free training groups. I'll be giving away Let's Puke Together tanks. And I'm also giving away a chance to hang out at Summit for you and your team. I'm pretty freaking pumped. I don't know. How many people are going to Summit? Raise your hand. Okay. Quite a few of you. Awesome. I can't wait. If you see me at Summit and you don't stop me and give me a hug, I will throat punch you. Like I was just right there on the spot. I will punch you in the throat and it will not feel good. Okay. I do body beasts. Okay. So I can pack a punch. Okay. So make sure you show up. Okay. Make sure you give me a hug. I really do mean that. That's my favorite part of speaking at Super Saturdays is just getting to meet everybody. I mean, we can talk anytime, but it's really special when I get to see you in person, give you a hug, talk to you, actually get to know you. Obviously, I don't get a chance to do that on all the team calls, to sit around and unmute each person. If we could, that'd be cool. Maybe we should do that one night. I don't know. We'll just all get together. I'll just unmute people one by one, and we'll share your life story. It'll be great. But tonight I want to talk to you about living in the now. Living in the now. Because I think that too many of you are living in the 1 year from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, 20 years from now. And I want to give you a little piece of your own medicine tonight, okay? I actually have a motivation post that I run as my Facebook ad. It's one of my ads that accumulates traffic on my like page over on Legacy Leadership. If you haven't already liked it, just go ahead and like it. My face is going to show up in your feed until you click that like button. So just go ahead and like it. Get it over with, okay? Let's just get that over with, and then I can show up in your feed even more. But basically, this ad is a picture of me, and I think I'm working out at the Kansas City Super Saturday, if I remember right, that me and Raina went to together. And it says, "Do not put off your health, your life, or your business because sometimes tomorrow becomes never." Now, how many of you have posted something like that about health and fitness to try to sell one of your challenge groups on Instagram or Facebook? Come on. How many of you used the quote, sometimes later becomes never? Here's my favorite thing about what I do is taking your crap and throwing it right back in your face. Because so many of you that are saying this to your followers about their health, about their fitness, about buying a challenge pack, about getting on board with their fitness, about finally becoming that healthy and fit and confident, inspiring person they've always wanted to be, you are being such a hypocrite because you're not doing it in your business. All right, I saw a couple faces. All right, I'm preaching to a couple people tonight. A couple people needed to hear this. All right, good. Because you understand the power of now when it comes to health and fitness. You understand that, dude, you don't skip Monday, right? You don't skip, because skipping Monday easily turns into skipping Tuesday and Wednesday, and then waking up and being like, you know what, it's Thursday. I've already missed like the whole week. I might as well just like eat a whole pizza tonight and wait till next Monday, right? Like, let's just wait till next Monday. Somebody go grab some $5 Little Caesars pizzas and let's just chow down tonight. Maybe drink some Coca-Cola. Gosh, I hope this is not what you do, but I'm just saying this happens sometimes, right? And so we kind of have this thing like in the fitness community that's never skipped Monday. And the whole point is trying to get people to think about like starting now. Like, don't wait till next week to start. Don't wait till Tuesday, because Tuesday almost always turns into Friday. And then you're like, I'll just start Monday. And we do the same thing at the beginning of the year, don't we? We put all of this out about, dude, get started now. It's January 1. It's a fresh start. It's time to get started on your journey. Buy Shakeology. Buy whatever new program that I have out right now because it's going to change your life. And we're all in on health and fitness, trying to get people to start now. And so many of you are not starting now on your business. Now, you may be making the post. Good for you. You posted on Instagram. Awesome. Way to frickin' go. I know of millions of people a day that don't have businesses that post on Instagram. Big frickin' whoop-de-doo. Can I be real with you guys? Is it okay? We're family. I can be real. You guys know me. I'm the push coach. I'm Mean Josh. I'm the douche that everyone hates 6 days a week you hate me, 1 day a week you love me, and that's payday, right? All right, I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna get that quote going. Like I'm gonna make some T-shirts that say that. 6 days a week you hate me, 1 day a week you love me. Here's the thing, guys. You don't grow a business posting on social media. That's like telling someone they'll lose weight if they just take Energize every day. Just drink Energize, you'll be good. You don't have to stick to the meal plan. Shoot, you don't even have to work out. Just drink this Energize. If you just drink this one thing, you'll be good, man. I don't know about you, but if I drink Energize and don't do anything else, like I'll go insane. Because Energize gets me like so like jacked and jittery. I just want to like work out. Like if anything, I want to work out extra, not less. And what many of you are doing, and this isn't in my notes, I don't know where this is coming from. What many of you are doing in your business is you are fooling all of us, because you are doing your Transformation Tuesday and your Woman Crush Wednesday and your Throwback Thursday and your Flex Friday and your Superhero Saturday. I don't know, I made that one up. And you're posting and we're like, oh man, look at her. She is rocking her business. She is posting every single day. Dang, I'm so proud of her. And because you post every day, you can show up on these team calls and you feel like, yep, I'm doing my thing. And then you get on a call with your upline and you're like, I don't know what's wrong with my business. I'm doing all the things, but my business isn't growing. And you are lying through your teeth. You is not doing all the things. You is doing all the easy things. Yes, I know that's not proper grammar. I'm from Oklahoma. We just talk however we want. Get over it. You are doing all the easy things. You are doing all the fun things. You are doing all of the things that everyone else on the planet is doing every day. And they don't get paid. So what the frick you think you're getting paid for? I got friends that post on Facebook every single day. They're not making any money. They just post on Facebook because that's what people do. So why the heck do you think that posting on Facebook is supposed to put money in your pocket? Please, 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 please do not tell your followers or your challengers, oh, it's easy. You can be a Beachbody coach. All you do is work out and post on social media. No, that is not a Beachbody coach. That's not what Beachbody coaches do. What Beachbody coaches do is this really crazy thing where we actually reach out to people individually and build relationships and add value and love on people and care about people and invite them to join the movement. Did you hear that word that I just used at the end? It's kind of a word I've been throwing around a lot, but it's a movement. It's not just a challenge group. It's not just a team page. It's not just a little party where we all get together and we drink our Shaco out of wine glasses. It's a freaking movement. Because we are trying to help people transform their lives. We're not just on social media making fun posts and posting funny memes. Now, don't get me wrong. You should be doing that. I'm not telling anyone to stop posting on social media, okay? Posting on social media, what I'm saying is just this much of the business. Now, don't take away that part of the business because, I mean, it is important. But your business will only grow when you get outside of your comfort zone. And you do the number one thing that people don't do, and that's actually invite. It is the number one most important part of this business, and it is the number one thing people avoid. Like I actually get a little furious, guys. I really do. I do. Do you know why I get furious? Because 4 years ago, I'd quit my band because my youngest boy had gone through his third open heart surgery in under 3 years. I couldn't hit the road anymore. And that was the only thing that really fulfilled me in life was other than my family, was playing music. During the week, I detailed cars for a living. Hated it with a passion. I did it for 9.5 years and I hated it. Hated it so bad. Hated it. Literally, it ate my soul every single day. But I did it because it's what my family needed me to do at the time. I made just enough money to get by. We never had extra money for birthday presents. We never had extra money for birthday parties. We never had extra money for traveling. I'm talking, guys, to go home and see my wife's family. Seriously, like we could do for about $300 because they only live about 3 hours away. We could drive there, $300. And I can't tell you how many times we had to cancel a trip to go see her family because we didn't have enough money to do it. $300. Like, I mean, I go to Urban Outfitters and walk out spending $300 now without even thinking about it. But 4 years ago, to just go see family down the street, we couldn't afford it. Her family would come see us and they had money. Well, really what they had was credit cards, but we didn't have money or credit. So we were really screwed. We were too screwed up to be able to screw up. That's how screwed up we were. And we literally go to Best Buy on Black Friday and they'd buy all this cool stuff. We applied for a credit card to try to get like a $500 TV and we got declined. You know how embarrassing that is? With like brother-in-law who's like got all the cool gadgets and they're always shopping and buying stuff to be with you and you get declined for a $500 purchase because you don't have credit. And I lived like that my whole adult life. In fact, I was having dinner with someone tonight. We were hanging out and she was like, does it bother you when people like eat off your plate? And I was like, it doesn't anymore. I was like, you want to hear a weird story? Here's a really weird story. I used to literally hit people's hand when they would try to take food off my plate. And it wasn't because I don't like to share. It was because I had such a poverty mentality. I felt like if you took anything off my plate, you stole something that I had, and I don't know if I'll ever get any more. Like literally, like me and my best friend would go out to eat together. He'd be like, hey, can I try that? And I'd like slap his hand. I'd be like, why are you always trying to eat my food? Joey does not share food. I don't know how many Friends fans are. Is there any Friends fans? Joey does not share food. And that's how I was. But it wasn't because I'm a selfish person. It was just because I was so freaking poor. If you ate a couple of my fries, I couldn't afford more fries. I'm like, dude, I spent the last $6 I had on this Brahms cheeseburger and French fries, okay? Don't eat one of my fries because I can't afford more. Guys, I had such a poverty mentality because I was so poor. Now, I don't want to make it sound like we were like homeless because that's not the case. I mean, we had a house. It's just that we had people driving by every single week to take pictures of it because we were 3 months behind and they wanted to make sure we hadn't abandoned it. Has anyone ever been in this situation? And here's why I get so aggravated. Because when I was in that situation, and I dealt, and let me just say, for 9.5 years, I allowed that situation. So I'm not trying to make it sound like I was perfect by any means, because I allowed it for 9.5 years. I could have found something better, but I didn't know how to or what to do. But then I started listening to podcasts. And then I started getting, something was changing on the inside, man. Those of you that do personal development on a regular basis, you know what I'm talking about. Something up here started to just tick the right way. And I found the John Maxwell team, and I found an opportunity to do what I love for a living. And I didn't know that was a thing. Because even the people I knew that had money hated what they did for a living. They just had more money, right? So they still hated Monday through Friday. They just had way more fun than me on Saturday and Sunday. I hated what I did on Monday and Friday, and then was still miserable on Saturday and Sunday because we were poor. But I found that I could do something I love for a living. And when I found that out, I signed up for the John Maxwell team, even though I didn't have the money to do it. I listened to every single call there was. I'm talking, we had a library collection of recorded calls, and I would listen to those things 8 hours a day while I detailed cars. And I would do everything they told me. If they told me to cold call people, I cold call people. If they told me to go meet people for coffee, I went and met people for coffee. If they told me to run a mastermind, I did everything they said. Now, unfortunately, no one on the John Maxwell team had ever built a virtual business like what I have now. So I didn't even know that was a thing. So eventually, when I got on the internet and I started messaging people on Facebook, and I came across Beachbody coaches, and I started working with Beachbody coaches, and they started talking about this thing called the vital behaviors. Talk about let's puke together. I still wear it on my wristband. For those of you who don't know, that's my hashtag, let's puke together. I was so pissed. Do you know why I was pissed? Because I spent an entire year falling on my face and failing, trying to learn what works and what doesn't. And after a year, I came up with the things that I felt I needed to do every single day in order to succeed. And I went all in on those things. But it took me a year to just figure out what those things were. And they hand those things to you guys on day one, and nobody even does it. I had nights that I didn't sleep. Sometimes because I was reading books, sometimes because I was crying because I was just failing so miserably. I went without sleep. I went without Netflix. I didn't watch movies unless it was with my wife and kids. I literally sacrificed every personal freedom. I had buddies that wanted to go have coffee. I was like, can't do it. Sorry. I'm building this business, man. I know it doesn't look like I'm building it, but I'm doing stuff, okay? I got stuff to do. And I'm not saying that you have to be as extreme as I was. I'm not saying that you can't have friends. I'm not saying you can't have a personal life. I'm not saying any of that. I was very intentional on my time with my family. I just knew that if I was going to build a business and have a family and have a full-time job, I just didn't have time for anybody else. That was just me. Not saying that that's where you're at. That's just where I was at, okay? And I went so freaking hard because I understood the power of now. Because I understood that if I waited 6 more months, it may never happen. If I waited 3 more months, it may never happen. If I waited 9 more months, I didn't have time to wait. I was already miserable, and I wasn't willing to spend 1 more day than I had to being miserable. When I came across Raina last September, I said, Raina, what do you really want, man? And I could tell she wanted top 10. She just didn't want to say she wanted top 10. With tears in her eyes, she said out loud she wanted it. I said, then let's go get it. Let's go make this happen. Now, most of you know that part of the story, and most of you know the rest of the story, that she went on to freaking work a miracle in December. You guys together worked a miracle in December. You guys pulled it off. The Luxe Republic made it happen, jumped from like 12 to 9 in like a week, which is like never happened before. It was freaking phenomenal. But here's what you don't know. This is what I think is the most overlooked part of her story. When she came to me, really I went to her. I kind of sought her out. But when we came across each other, what you don't know, you probably know, but you never just thought about how it related to the story, was that about 3 months before that, she had got sick and tired of not getting results on her health and fitness journey. And she made a huge change and went all in on her transformation. And by the time she met up with me, she had so much positive momentum going based on the transformation she was posting about and the results that she was getting in her life, that when me and her crossed paths and I challenged her to go make top 10 happen, She already had the foundation laid because she'd already built up so much hype and momentum around her story that it made it very, very easy. I don't want to say easy. That's not the right word. She would kill me if I said that was easy. It made it possible to go make that happen. Now, here's the thing. If Raina did not embrace now, at the moment she needed to make the changes in her health and fitness journey, she crosses my path, I challenge her to hit top 10, it may have never even happened. She may have failed, and January 1 may have been the saddest day of her life instead of the happiest day of her life. She embraced the now before she ever came across me, which is what had her ready to take on the new now. What I'm trying to say to you is that some of you don't have big Instagram followings. Some of you don't have a push coach that charges $400 an hour. Some of you don't have $8,000 a month to put into Facebook ads. The only thing you do have is now. And if you miss the opportunity that you do have now, and it may seem so little, maybe the only opportunity you have is to take 30 minutes a day and message people. Maybe the only opportunity you have is you got a kid that goes down for a 1.5 hour nap, and that's all you've got. If you do not embrace what you have right in front of you, 6 months down the road, there may be an opportunity that you never even find out about because you never put yourself in position to get that opportunity. On the John Maxwell team, we say this, we say, luck is simply when preparation meets opportunity. Let me say that again. Luck is when preparation meets opportunity. Some people might say Raina was lucky to just happen to run into me in September. I like to say it the other way. I was lucky to run into her in September. But what was really happening was that she had already prepared by doing everything she could control at the current time. And so when the opportunity to work with me came, yes, it was luck, because that's what happens when preparation meets opportunity. You all have luck lined up for you. I don't personally believe in like a defined 100% set like destiny, meaning like every single step you take is like 100% ordained, because if that's the case, we don't have free will, right? And if we don't have free will, like I don't even know why we're here, okay? But what I do believe, and this may be a little weird, whatever, if it's out there, it's cool, whatever. I do believe that there is kind of like this journey that we're all on. And I personally believe that there are kind of like these crossroads on the journey. And it's not like this black and white, every single step is like ordained kind of a deal. It's more like the journey that you're on, as long as you're moving forward. There's not like a 100% perfect path. There's many paths. But as long as you're actually moving forward on one of those paths, it's like there's these crossroads where you come across the right opportunity, the right person, the right place, the right time, and it just makes things click and it makes things work. But unfortunately, like most people believe that you literally just sit here and that opportunity falls into your lap. And that's why people like to believe in this like ordained destiny, that everything is 100% planned in advance. Because if everything's planned in advance, I don't have any responsibility. And I can just like sit back just like this and wait for God to magically throw $1 billion into my lap. And the way I know that that's not how it works is we could all go on a 30-day challenge and decide for 30 days to eat a pint of ice cream every night before bed and stop working out. And every one of us on this call would gain 10 or 20 or maybe even 30 pounds, correct? Which tells me that destiny is in your hands. Don't you try to tell me you can't grow your business because you don't have this or you don't have this or blah, 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 blah. Or maybe if blah, 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 blah. Bullshit. Your business ain't growing because you ain't taking the next step that you need to take. And if someone else is luckier than you, it's because they took more steps than you and actually came to their crossroads where they got that hookup that they needed. Why did I run into Brittany Powers? Because I got on the internet and started messaging every freaking person on the planet. Did I know she was going to end up going top 10 the first year we worked together? No, I didn't. But that would have never happened if I wouldn't have got my butt out hustling. Is it lucky that I ran into Raina in year 2? Maybe it is. But you know what? I also kind of did a lot of work. I also went out of my way to message her. I also went out of my way to reach out to her and offer to speak on a team call for free. There's not freaking luck, guys. There's people that work harder. I'm about to knock my headphones off because I'm getting pissed. There are people that work harder and do more, and they end up in the right position because they did enough work to get there. And if I could just beat that into your head, if you could just stop lying to yourself and saying that you're not pretty enough or not smart enough or not outgoing enough or not enough followers, it's all bullshit. It is. It is. I'm not any prettier or smarter or funnier or more clever or intelligent than anyone on the John Maxwell team. I just decided to stop having excuses. I was showing up every single day, but you know what I was doing my whole first year? I was saying, well, everyone else on the John Maxwell team already has business experience. Everyone else on the John Maxwell team already has, well, gray hair in their head, and people actually trust them to teach this thing called leader. I was like a 29-year-old kid trying to talk business owners into letting me teach leadership. Nobody, they're like, dude, I remember 2 years ago, you had hair down past your ears, you're wearing skinny jeans and rocking out on stage. You're not going to come in and teach us leadership. But nice try. Good effort, buddy. I had excuse after excuse after excuse after excuse after excuse for why it couldn't work for me. And one day I woke up and said, I don't freaking care. I'm just going to make it work. And now I have a business that everyone on the John Maxwell team wants to be like, because I sit at home in a freaking chair speaking to more people in a night than most of them speak to in a month. I have a webinar later for 2,500 people. That's more than most of them speak to in a year. That's just my monthly webinar. I don't say any of that to brag. I say it to say no one has an advantage. We either show up and do what it takes or we don't. You show me someone who is not getting results, and I will show you someone who has not put in enough time or not enough consistency or not a combination of time and consistency. And that's it. That's it. Do you know how I know? I used to say these things out loud, and I really, really hoped they were true, but I wasn't 100% sure. And then I launched my all-new Art of Recruiting group that has an app you have to check into every single day to tell me you did all the stuff that I told you to do. And you know what happened? You know what happened? I'll tell you what happened. People that have never had results before in their lives. One chick in my group sold 2 challenge packs all last year, didn't sign a single coach. You know what she did in 4 weeks of following my app, which, by the way, is the same crap Raina has taught you. It's just on an app, so you have to do it, okay? It's not, I don't have any clever new ideas. I really don't. I'm really not that smart, okay? You know what happened? This chick that sold 2 challenge packs all of last year, she hit Success Club 16 and signed 5 coaches in 4 weeks. I have some clients that barely do that. Success Club 16 and signed 5 coaches in 4 weeks because she finally was forced to do all the things, not just the fun things. She made between $200 and $250 a week that month. She made about $1,000 that month, which was more than she'd made the entire previous year. Because she did all the freaking things. Here's what I want to challenge you to do tonight. Okay? We're going to start a thread in the team, if you don't mind, Samantha, and the team page. Okay? We're going to start a thread. And I want you to be honest. I want you to be honest. And I want you to tell us what you have been avoiding. Uh-oh. Dang, we hate Josh. We hate his freaking guts. I want you to tell me why you've been avoiding it. And then I want to hear your specific game plan to how you are no longer avoiding it as of tonight. Now, here's the thing. You don't get to go to bed tonight until you've done the thing that you're telling us about. Because this is the power of now. You don't get to write a nice, fun, pretty, oh my gosh, I'm being so vulnerable. Look at me. I'll get to it tomorrow. No, you freaking won't. You will get to it tonight, or I will come to your house. You will freaking get it done tonight. Is that understood? So Samantha is going to make the post. You are going to go comment on the post. And then you are going to go put a second comment on the post once it's actually done tonight. And then you have my permission to go to bed. You don't get to go to bed without my permission. New rule. That's going to be a training group. You are legally and physically not allowed to actually go to bed until you've checked in with Josh and I know exactly what you've done for the day. That's going to be my new training group. It's going to be $200. You can sign up at joshuacoates.com. But seriously, I'm being serious, guys. If you were on this call, 56 of you, not one of you goes to bed tonight until you have faced your fear straight in the face tonight. And the beauty of it is we're all doing it together. Okay? Jess, it's only 5:36 here, so I have time. Sorry for the East Coasters. It's 8:36 your time. If you were on Atlantic time in Canada, well, I'm really sorry. It's 9:36 your time. Whatever. Come hang out with me on my webinar. You're not going to sleep tonight anyway. You should know it's Josh's webinar night. You don't sleep on Josh's webinar night. Sleeping's overrated. Okay? I got to hop off because I actually have a couple of changes I have to make to my website before I get on my big webinar. But Samantha, if you would make that post, I would appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for having me. I love you guys all so much. I really, really do. You are my family, and I appreciate you.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Josh, and thanks everyone for hopping on. And I'll do the post right now, and we need 104 comments. Your avoidance, and then once you're done doing it. So check in later. All right. Bye, everyone. Thanks again.
You bet. Night, guys.
Yeah.